Hi everyone! Today I am going to try and show you some tips and tricks for your forearm stands. So first I want us to start with a flexibility training. So if you are not warm yet, do some kind of strength work for your shoulders and upper back. I'm not going to do that in this video because it's going to be too long. So I'm just going to skip straight to the stretching part. So we're going to stretch out our shoulders, stretch out our upper back and neck so that we can really lengthen out in our forearm stand, because that's really, really important. So we're going to do that, and then I will teach you how to do an actual forearm stand. So if you don't want to do any of the stretching exercises, please skip forward. You can do that and then just go straight to the forearm stands explanations. I really hope that you will like it. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will very happily answer anything you have. Shoot me a message, comment below, whatever. I will try and get back to you, I promise. Have fun.
We will start with some dynamic stretches first. Go on your knees and roll your chest 8 times in each direction. Try and make your circles as big as possible and really, really lengthen out. Swap to the other side.
I'm just good at caring too much. I'm just good at caring too much.
We will do 3 circles with our head in each direction. Again, make the circles as big as possible and feel each crack and movement in your neck. Take your time with these.
Sharing. I'm just good at caring too much.
Move onto your hands and knees and do some cat and cows. Really try to push your chest down into the floor while in cow, and round your back and push your upper back towards the ceiling while in cat. This should feel really nice and actually quite relaxing, and it should create space in your upper back. Push your right forearm into the floor and look over your left shoulder towards the ceiling. Swap to the other side. This will create a slight, comfortable twist in your upper body. Come back on all 4 and let's do a little flow. Bring your hands in front of you and start the flow by pushing your chest into the floor. Slide forward with your chest on the floor and your hips up until your hips are on the floor. Push into your hands and get into a seal stretch, looking up and over with your head. Reverse the movement and finish in a child's pose. Repeat 3 times.
Sharing. I'm just good at caring too much.
Go back into your seal stretch and bring your right hand in front of your chest. Lift your left hand and lift it up and over 10 times. Keep your elbows straight and extended and your palm facing forward away from you. Look up to the ceiling. Try and stay stable with the rest of your body. Repeat on the other side. Stay in your seal stretch and bend your elbows slightly. Keep your shoulders down and away from your ears and keep looking up and over. Use the floor with your hands to push your chest forward. Do little side wiggles and try and push your chest a little further each time. Come out of it and push into a plank position, then into a downward dog. Walk the dog.
Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to.
Try and push your heels into the floor. Extend through your shoulders and back and push your chest down and towards your feet, lengthening through your spine and arms. You can do little bounces here. Ensure to keep your head neutral. Your spine should stay in a neutral position. Now let's get some passive stretches happening. For this we will need 2 yoga blocks or a yoga wheel. If you don't have these, simply use books to create the height. I will always show you both options. Place both your blocks or books on top of each other to create the height. Lie on top of them, having them around the height of your bra strap. Keep your bum on the floor and lean back and extend your arms above you. I like to clasp my hands together. It helps me keep my arms straight and elbows facing the right direction. It is the same with the yoga wheel. Your arms simply won't go as low. Keep your elbows straight and extended. The yoga wheel is comfortable because you can lay your head over the wheel, which takes the tension away from your neck. It is, however, slightly harder to balance. You can go slightly higher on your shoulders or lower on your back if you like. Play with it and take your time. Try to relax and lengthen in this stretch. Keep breathing. Come out of the stretch. For this next stretch, we will use wrist weights. You can also use ankle weights, or if you don't have those, simply hold onto a dumbbell or a water bottle or a book. Anything that will add weight will do. Go back into the same stretch as before. We will hold this for a little while, so try and relax, breathe deeply, and enjoy the music.
Look, if you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out.
And come out. If you have an elastic band, use it for your arms. You can also use a towel or strap if needed, or if you really don't want to, just leave it out. Slide or tie your arms in and move it just above your elbows. If you bring your hands above your head, the band will probably be on your forehead. You want to push through your shoulders to create space, and the band should be just above your head now. This will be the position we are aiming for to find with our arms in that next stretch. For extra hardcoreness, use a weight as well. Go back into your back bend. We will hold this for quite a little while, so try and relax, breathe deeply, lengthen, let everything open up, and enjoy the music.
Wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. 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 Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no wonder right to. Here we go again. Call me up and you wanna.
Okay, next series of stretches. Take your yoga block or book and your elastic band or your substitute if you have one, and find a spot on the wall. Place the band just above your elbows again and slide the block between in the middle. Go back to the wall, lay your chin on the block and extend your arms above you. Keep reaching up with your hands to lengthen your shoulders and upper back and push your chest into the wall. You can do small bounces if you want. This will really stretch out your shoulders, your neck and your upper back. You want to make sure that the block is really just on your chin and not in your neck or throat, because this would be very uncomfortable, so make sure that it is really just on your chin.
I can help you out.
Come out of it and put all your material on the side. Last but not least, push up into a bridge from the floor. Remember to push simultaneously with your arms and your legs. You want to create as much space as possible, so really push your belly button and rib cage towards the ceiling. Push forward with your legs to bring your weight further over your hands, pushing your chest forward. Then bend your arms and do a push-up. Once back up, push your chest forward again, and then bring your hands closer to your feet one by one. Push your chest forward again, do your push-up, another chest push, and bring your hands closer again. Do that as many times as you feel is necessary for you to have a nice narrow bridge and to feel comfortable in it. Then drop from your bridge into your forearm wheel. To do that, bend one arm, slowly bring your hand as close to your foot as possible and repeat with your other arm. Keep your neck long, look towards your feet. Push into your legs to open up your upper back as much as possible. Slowly come back out of it by bringing your head in and rolling down onto the floor. Stretching done, let's do our forearm stands.
First, we are going to try it against a wall. So just make sure that you have a wall somewhere that you can that you have enough space to kick up into it and that the wall can catch you. So you need to make sure you have enough space behind you as well, because if not, you're gonna kick something behind you and that really hurts. I've done it often enough. So a few things before we start to kick into it. It's a little bit of theory first. So your hands will need to be, or your elbows and your hands will need to be about shoulder width apart. So you want them to be, when you go into your forearm stand, you want them to be pretty much straight under your shoulders, and your hands should come straight in front. So it should pretty much be a beautiful 90-degree angle when you set it up from this side, but also really nice and straight here. You can as well go a little bit wider, but you don't want to go too wide, okay? So you need to still stay a little bit in, but if you feel like you need a bit more space, mainly if you're not super flexible in your shoulders, you may need a little bit more space, and in that case you can be slightly wider than your shoulders. But I recommend trying shoulder width apart first, and only if it doesn't work, then go a bit wider. The second thing is that you need to be able to push through your shoulders up. So you don't want to sink into it. You really want to be able to engage all of your lats and your shoulders, your chest as well, to be able to push away from the floor. The other thing is you're going to try and look up. So you don't want your head to go in like a headstand. So you're not going to want your head to look, you don't want to look through towards your legs. You actually want to look at the floor first. So you're going to look at one point at the floor, just find the point you want to focus on, look at that point, and that's going to be your point of focus. This is going to help you keep your balance first, and later when you get better at it, you really want to try and open up and actually start to look up even more. So you're going to lengthen up your upper back. That's also why we did all of those stretching exercises before, because that's really going to help you get a nicer bend in your upper back and make your forearm stand more bendy and also easier for you to hold, actually. So it's quite important. So I think we have the theory. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick up and catch one leg on the wall so that we start getting used to being in that position. Eventually we're gonna try and venture away from the wall, so we will see how that works later. So let's try against the wall first. Okay, so you're gonna put your hands down, shoulder width apart, look at the floor, focus on one point. You're going to use one leg. I would recommend a strong leg, so for me that's my right leg, that is going to stay on the floor. My other leg is going to go straight behind me and is going to go up, straight and over. So I am here. You can try it a few times first without going the whole way over, just to get used to it. So focusing on the point on the floor, making sure your shoulders are nice and strong. You don't want to sag in. Really want to keep them nice and long, long neck, long upper back. You can go on your tiptoes and try a few times just to see how it feels. And if you feel that's okay, then you can kick the whole way and try and catch that straight leg on the wall in front of you. So I'm here, I'm going to kick and catch. If I catch, I can also bring my other leg, and we can already try and straighten our legs, bend it back, make it pretty. Here I'm going to try and not sag in. I really want to try and keep my upper back long. I don't want to have my head go down. I want my head to look up and over. So I'm really trying to lengthen everything up. And then to come down, I'm going to bend one leg and just slightly come down. First forearm stand. Woo! You can practice that a few times against the wall first, just to get used to it. Once you're a little bit used to it, I would recommend coming backwards a little bit. And then we're going to try and do, instead of having both our legs against the wall, you're only going to have one leg straight against the wall. The other leg is going to bend, and it's kind of going to be like a stag, or like a bow and arrow leg shape, which is really pretty. So we're going to try and do that. So you do the exact same thing this time, but this leg that kicks off the ground, the leg that pushes the ground, this leg is simply going to come and bend, but the other leg that is straight is going to come the whole way to the wall and push away, and it's going to be lower than what we just had before. So we're going to try that. So again, you need to be pretty far from the wall this time. So set up nice and strong, long neck, strong shoulders, strong upper back. Make sure you're nice and stable. Again, fixing a point. I'm bringing one leg up. I'm going to kick this leg, kick, and touch the wall. When I'm here, I'm going to try and get this leg down as low as I can. Looking up, keep this leg nice and bent towards your chest. And again, keeping it nice and straight. You can try and go a bit lower if you want. Keep it here to come down, straighten this leg, and come down onto the floor. That's the second shape. That is already a little bit harder because it's further away from the wall, so you're falling further with your leg, which means that it's a bit more scary. Once you're in it, it's not actually harder, but it is more scary to get into it. Once you have that, so work on these first, yeah? But once you have these two shapes nailed down and you can do them pretty well and you're comfortable in them, you can start venturing a little bit further away from the wall and just keeping the wall there as a security blanket to start with. So we're going to go back into that second shape we've done, so the bow and arrow shape. So I'm going to put my hands down, I'm going to look up. This time I'm going to try not to touch the wall, and only if I really have to, I'm going to touch with my foot and just get my balance back. But I'm still going to try to use it as little as possible. Kick up, and try and hold it. Hold. Try to make it nice and long, nice and bendy. Hold. If you want, you can try and bend that other leg. Make it as a proper stag. And to come down, again, straighten that leg. And come the whole way to the floor. Hooray! Okay, with that, we're all nailed. Next thing most of you probably will want to do is a scorpion. So, bending both your legs. I would go back to the wall a little bit, just to get used to that other shape, because it is quite different. It changes your whole, the weight of your legs completely, because it goes from, that bow and arrow where you have both your legs still kind of balancing yourself out. You're going to have both legs to one side, pulling you a little bit there if you can't open your chest up enough. So that's really why it's important to keep practicing these stretching exercises, because you need to be able to bend to keep all of the weight balanced out on both sides of your elbows. So once, like I said, once you have your bow and arrow without the wall, we're going to venture back. We're going to go back to the wall for a little bit closer. Don't go too close, but go close enough that you can really catch with your leg in case you fall over. So again, I'm going to go straight leg, kicking up, kick. You don't need to catch on the wall if you don't have to. I'm going to bend your legs, bend towards your head, look up, keep bending. But in case you do fall, you can just catch on the wall. So that's the good thing, yeah? Or you can also catch on the wall. First, try one leg, try the other leg, see how you go with your balance. Keep it nice and long, keep pushing through your chest. Keep bending your legs. You can also try straight leg if you want. And to come down, bend, and come down. So that's your practice for your forearm stance. If you get comfortable with that, I would recommend trying away from the wall. And in that case, what I personally like to do, and what I think is pretty cool, is to try and change from one shape to the other. Try to find a little bit of a flow. That's really going to help you with your balance. That's really going to help you figure out how to use your arms and your chest and your shoulders, because I'm pretty sure you could see how I was in my forearm. So I'm still like a bit wobbly, and that's normal. You have to keep activating those muscles and finding your balance. When you start and venture away from the wall, I just wanted to show you how you can come out of it in case you fall out of it. So if you kicked too strongly, or if you, yeah, anything like that, how you can catch that and save it. So it really depends. If you have a pretty bendy upper back and bendy shoulders, you can catch in a forearm stand, so in a forearm bridge, forearm wheel. But if that's not the case for you, then you may want to roll out of it. Depending on your flexibility, you may just have to choose for yourself what the best option is. So I'll show you how to roll out of it. So I'm here, I'm gonna get my head in and roll. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, please tag me, please show me what you're up to, show me where you're at, let me know if you liked it, if you want more tutorials like this or not, if it was useful. Yeah, I'm looking forward to your feedback. Bye, enjoy!